Hi, I'm Meira Warshauer, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about my piece for two pianos, Ocean Calling, the Giant Blue, that I wrote in 2014, and I've just revised again in 2020. We're getting ready to make a recording of this piece. It's for two pianos, and the title, The Giant Blue, refers to, of course, the expanse of the ocean, and also to the giant blue whale, which is, by the way, the largest creature known to live on the planet, and it is, of course, currently endangered. I wanted to evoke the long sounds. The whale transmits sounds over thousands of miles of ocean, and so I'm using bow hair. So here is a bow hair that would have been used for a violin bow. And here is, for example, the violin bow without the hair. So this would be when a luthier repairs a bow, it replaces the hair, this is what would go in. So I bought this from the luthier who lives just 3 miles away from me, Meira Warshauer, who's a wonderful violin maker and a violinist. And here is the way the violin bow usually looks like with its hair. Now, many people recommend double bass hair, which is usually this darker hair, but some double bassists are now using white hair. And Meira put some rosin on this one for me, and I think it sounds quite good. I have my dampers are all raised across, and I'll show you how I did that in a few minutes. But you need to have the dampers raised in order to have the string resonate like this. So. So you can see it really enlarges the voice of the piano to this wonderful sustained sound. And then to keep the bow neatly organized, I put it over here in the pen block. It takes a little bit of time to get that set up, but it will go in here. Now you can see that this bow hair is kind of thick. So it's really actually too much of it because at rest, it's okay on this string. This is the low, this is the F, this F down here, because there's plenty of room, but it's still a little bit dampened. So we're going to be adjusting this, and we're going to be making two bows out of this hank of hair. Now here is what's been recommended to me by other composers and pianists who have used this technique. This is an example of the black, this is all horsehair. This is the black horsehair that is traditionally used for double bass. And I've put some rosin on it, and I created rosin powder. You see, this is the rosin powder that I created with the mortar and pestle, that I ground up the rosin into this little powder. So if I need it, I can always add a little more rosin, because that's what helps the horsehair grab the string and make it sing. So here is and if I put a little more, I don't think I want to put a little more in front of the piano, but if I put a little bit more, it might grab the string even better. And see how thin it is? It's really doesn't take that much. And here's one that's maybe more of an ideal thickness. And on this one I have 2 strings. It's on the outside of 2 strings. These are on the section of the piano that has 3 strings per note. 1, 2, 3. So I can wind this bow hair on the outside, the strings for a single note, and on the outside of the 2 strings for a double note. And now I have a cluster of a second, a minor second. This is a C and D flat. And if I want a really intense sound, I might go to the minor second. And one nice thing about this is if I emphasize the right hand going up, you can hear more of the upper note, and if I emphasize the left hand. Now I'm going to take this out because I really think it needs more rosin. So we're going to use this rosin here and go to my little bit messy area for working and see if this is going to help. Let's see, I don't want to put too much, but I'll put. Okay, now I'm going to show you how the secret of weaving the bow in between these strings. So here I have my 2 notes right here. Right there, I've identified them. And I really don't want to be touching the strings too much with my fingers because everyone knows the oil in our fingers is not so good for the piano strings. See how I just use that tweezer to get it up from there. Now, let's see if it grabs it a little better. Okay, it was fine with the 2. Now how about the 1? Oh, I want to dampen it. I'm going to use this to dampen it. Okay. It's going to take some practice and some working around with this bow and with the rosin to get it kind of just right so we can hear one clearly and the other clearly. And I'm really thankful that Elizabeth Loperitz is going to be making this recording, and she and I have worked together very closely to all these techniques, and I'm thinking she's probably at this point maybe she's better than I am at it. So, but that is how it's going to work. And these are loose enough, small enough that they don't really interfere. They don't interfere with the resonance. I might be wondering what this is, and I'm going to tell you about that in a minute. This in a minute. Okay. So now, this is another technique that I'm using for this Ocean Calling 3, the giant blue. And it's using little shot glasses. I like a 3-inch shot glass because I'm working in an area that's not very long. I'm working in this area down here. And I don't have a lot of room. My favorite shot glass is this one because it's very thick and it's just 3 inches high. However, the world market still carries the same glass, but not in this size. So I don't know where to get it. I've looked all over online. If anybody finds one, please email me. Let me know, because it's the perfect size and the perfect weight. So let me show you. I wanted to get a sense of foreboding. So I'm using a TheraBand to muffle the glass as it hits the key, as it hits the strings, so I don't get the high overtones. And I've just wrapped it around, and I'm going to be securing it better with tape. Right now it's just held with blue painter's tape. And I guess I'll use this one for my other one. This is the same thing as this, only wrapped. But listen to this. love the way that sound carries, and that doesn't have the high overtones. I'll show you in another, the other piece in this series, Ocean Calling 2, I use them without the wrapping. There I want the glass, I want to be able to slide it over the double wound strings. But in the last movement, in the Ocean Calling 3, I wanted the expanse and that deep sound of the, feels like this large animal needs. Okay, so that's it for right now, the techniques that I wanted to show you. Maybe I'll show you some more next time.